Hi everyone, welcome back. Sophie here, and today I'm going to take you through a short flow focused on opening out into those hips and also working on a few standing balances. If you're following along with the playlist, we're going to hit play together in 3, 2, 1. And today's practice is actually going to be started in a seated position. So just moving the fleshy parts of the bottom so you can root down through the sit bones. Palms facing up towards the sky, ready to receive whatever it is that you need today. An invitation here to close down the eyes or to soften the gaze as we lift the crown of the head high up towards the sky. And it's here that we use this time to really check in, just to notice how you're feeling. So maybe taking a full body scan from the crown of the head all the way down to those toes. We're using this time to really root down into whatever is there for you today. And if an intention is something that you'd like to work with, then there's an offering now to set an intention for that practice. So maybe it's something physical, maybe it's something emotional, energetic. Maybe you'd like to focus on just one word, something positive you can carry with you into the rest of your day, the rest of your week. We're going to open our practice with one big clearing breath just to seal that intention. So inhale through the nose. And then really sigh it out. Fluttering open those eyes now. We're going to pat the hands forward, get straight into it. Take the knees as wide as your mat. Untuck the toes. Sit the bottom back just to rest in your child's pose. So fingertips forward, head finds the earth here. And as you arrive, just give those hips a little wiggle from side to side. Just notice any areas of unwanted tension. We're going to take 3 deep clearing breaths here as you really stretch those fingertips forward. So inhale through the nose. Release sigh it out. Inhaling through the nose. And then really audibly exhale. Finally, the deepest breath you've taken so far all day. Inhale through the nose. Exhale to release. We're going to walk our hands over to the right hand side. Come onto the knife edge side of that left hand and forearm as you take a little side stretch in this child's pose. So you should feel this nice, lovely, long lateral extension down the left side of the body. Really breathing space into all those gaps between the rib cage, those intercostal muscles. Final inhale. Exhale, pad those hands through center over to the opposite side. Knife edge side of the right forearm and hand goes onto the earth. Head bows down towards the ground. So again, really feel that long line of energy, fingertips all the way to the outer edge of that right hip this time. Once again, bringing your awareness to that breath. Inhale deeply through the nose. And exhale through the mouth if that feels nice. Patting those hands back through center now. We're going to slide the hands underneath the shoulders. Knees come underneath the hips. We're going to tuck our toes. Send our tailbone nice and high. Come straight into our first downward facing dog. Now you can really pedal out through the feet here. Wiggle the tailbone from left to right. Soften through the shoulders. Maybe here you release some sighs, some yawns, clearing breaths. Shake the head yes, shake it no. Any unwanted thoughts, any unwanted feelings, any expectations for your practice, just allow them to fall out of the crown of the head and into the earth beneath you. Maybe finding a bit of stillness now as we breathe here for 2 more breaths. Heels rooted down towards the earth. On your next inhale, gaze forward. Enter the exhale, take as many teeny tiny steps. Come to find a ragdoll at the top of your mat. So soft bend in those knees, take hold of opposite elbows. Allow the head to sway a little from left to right. Releasing any unwanted tension from the lower back here. We're here for one more inhale. On your exhale, release the bind. We're going to interlace the fingers at the base of the skull, soft bend in the knees, and roll up as slow as you can, vertebrae by vertebrae. The head is the last thing to arrive. When you get that, open those elbows nice and wide. Take a deep inhale. And then exhale, release the bind, Tadasana, mountain pose. Standing strong, standing tall. On your next inhale, we're going to press down to lift up, rise. Lightly touch the palms. Exhale, bend the knees, softly lower all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, we look forward, lengthen, fingertips to shins, flat back. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step back with the right foot and then the left foot into a high plank. That bottom is down, the core is engaged. So we're going to shift the weight forward. Exhale, lower knees. Chest, chin, 3 points. Inhale to roll the shoulders, lift the chest, squeeze the glutes, baby cobra. And then exhale, release, roll all the way back over those knees, tuck the toes. Send the tailbone nice and high, downward facing dog. Little pedal out through those feet again, maybe a sigh, maybe a yawn, a clearing breath. Final inhale. Exhale, chest melts a little closer down towards the thighs. On your next inhale, right leg rises high to the sky. We're going to bend that right knee, open out through the hip, and I'll split dog. Now take 3 little circles into that right ankle. Final inhale. Exhale, step or guide the foot between the hands. Lower the back knee down, untuck back toes. Press down to lift up, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Lift up and out of those hips, gaze is lifted. We take a deep inhale here. Exhale, come to frame that front foot. Tuck back toes, lift back knee. Step back to your high plank. Exhale to your vinyasa variation of choice. So this time, maybe you stick with that knees, chest, chin. Maybe you're ready for a high to low plank. Roll the shoulders, lift the chest, baby cobra. And then exhale to release. Roll all the way back over those knees. Tuck the toes. Float that tailbone nice and high, downward facing dog. Once again, take any reset you need. A sigh, a yawn, a clearing breath. And then we move straight to the left-hand side. So inhale, left leg rises high. Exhale, bend that left knee, crack open through the hip. Those 3 little circles into that left ankle. Really squeezing the heel towards the bum here. We're here for one more inhale. Exhale, square the hips. Step or guide the foot between the hands. Lower that back knee down. Untuck back toes. Press down to lift up. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Deep inhale here. Exhale, we come to frame that front foot, tuck back toes, lift back knee, step back, move through your vinyasa, gazing along the floor if you're going for that high to low plank. Inhale to your upward facing or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. So picking up that pace a little, maybe starting to feel a little bit of agony, a little bit of fire building in your belly here. Final inhale. On your exhale, gaze forward. End of the exhale, can you step, jump, float to the top of the mat? Inhale, we raise fingertips to shins, look forward, flat back. Exhale to fold. Root to rise, Ardha Hastasana. Ripple up through your spine. Lightly touch the palms. And then exhale, draw them down to Anjali Mudra, hands to heart center. We're going to send all our weight into our right foot. I'm just going to move to this side of the mat so you don't have to look at the back of me. Pressing down into that right foot. We're squeezing the left foot into the ankle, the calf, or helping it just above the knee. So coming into our first balancing posture now. Our balancing postures are wonderful to help us remain present in our practice. So find that drishti, that focal point to help you maintain your balance. Maybe you lift those arms high towards the sky. Lift and lengthen out of those hips. Drishti gaze is focused. Not worrying if you wobble, we're here for one more breath. Inhale. Exhale, lightly touch the palms, draw them down to your heart center, and then release the bind of the foot to the thigh. Squeeze that left knee up and in towards the chest. Flex that left foot. On your exhale, can you kick that left foot towards the back of the space? Find Virabhadrasana 3. So maybe arms out wide, maybe they're out in front of you. One deep breath here, inhale. Exhale, can you take a huge step back with control? Press down to lift up, high crescent lunge. All 10 toes facing forward, gaze is lifted. Deep breath here, we inhale. Exhale to arrive, can you sink that little bit deeper? Final inhale. On your exhale, can you peel open warrior 2? Deep bend in that front knee, pressing that right knee open. We're going to flip that front palm, reach forward. Exhale, reverse your warrior. So crack open through the side body. Deep breath here, we inhale. Exhale, fan the arms open, warrior 2. We're going to flip the palms, find a little bit of softness in those arms, and then take 3 warrior lifts. So inhale, straighten front leg, gaze towards those lifted fingertips. Exhale to release. Inhale, we lift. Exhale to release. Final time, we lift and lengthen. Exhale to release. This time, flip those palms. Extend that front leg. Heel toe the back foot in ever so slightly. We're going to reach forward with the right hand. And then tilt into our Trikonasana. So gazing towards those lifted fingertips. Engaging both thighs here as you press into the outer edge of that back foot. Deep inhale here. On your exhale, can you gaze down towards those right toes? Deep bend in the right knee. Reach forward to find the earth or a brick if you have one. Opening out into your half moon. So flexing through that back foot, dialing the chest towards the sky, opening through those hips. Option to stay here, option Chapasana, maybe catch those back toes. Kick the foot into the hands. Breathing here, we inhale. Exhale, release the bind. We're tucking our left knee behind our right. Can you sit all the way down to a seated cross-legged position? Maybe wiggling around a little to allow the sit bones to root to the earth. Pressing into that right big toe. Left arm rises high to the sky. Exhale, we hug or hook to twist. So rotating through the center of the spine. Allowing the gaze to softly follow so we don't strain the neck here. Final inhale. Exhale, counter twist. Decompress that spine, hands on the earth. Head hangs heavy. And then we're going to sweep that right leg all the way around so it extends to the side of the mat, so the long edge of your mat. I'm just going to swizzle around once again so you can see me. So the left foot is by the center line of the body. The right leg is extended, flexing those right toes towards the face. We're going to inhale, lift and lengthen through that left arm, and then take a side stretch here. And I like to use my right elbow inside that right thigh to allow me to dial that chest a little higher. And no worries if you can't catch the toe here. It's more about opening the chest, opening those hips. Final inhale here. Exhale, we rise. Fan the hands round to that left hand side. We're going to face forward, sweep that left leg high to the sky, 3-legged dog. And then left knee to the back of the left wrist. Gently place that calf down. Heel toe that right foot towards the back of the mat. Inhale, we lift and lengthen. Neck is nice and long. And then exhale to release. Come down into your pigeon on that left hand side. We're going to be here for 5 deep breaths. So really enjoying all that lovely space around the hips. And you can either let that head softly hang towards the earth, or if you want to come into a Sphinx position, option to do so on the forearms and gently pull the chest forward. So we're still working on opening that heart center, as well as the hips here. Final inhale. On your exhale, pad back onto those hands. Sit down onto the left glute. Sweep the right leg all the way around. We're going to roll over the knees. Step, jump, float back. Move through your variation of your vinyasa. Heels rooted towards the earth. Tailbone lifted nice and high. Softening through those shoulders. Breathing here. When you're ready, coming straight onto that left-hand side. So inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, and then end of the exhale, step, jump, float to the top of the mat. Inhale, we look forward, lengthen, flat back. Exhale to fold. Root to rise, Ardha Hastasana, ripple up through the spine. Lightly touch the palms. Exhale, draw them down to Anjali Mudra, heart center. Once again, finding that drishti, that focal point to help you maintain your balance. This time we're transferring the weight into that left foot, squeezing the right foot to the ankle, the calf, or helping it just above the knee. Gaze is lifted, shoulders drawing back and down. When you're ready, maybe you reach up, maybe you find those branches, lifting and lengthening out of those hips. Neck is nice and long. 2 more breaths here. Maybe having a little sway, a wiggle, not worrying if you wobble, if you fall. Final inhale. Exhale, lightly touch the palms, draw them down to your heart center, and then unpeel that right foot. Squeeze it in towards the chest. Flex that right foot, and then kick it towards the back of this space, finding that Virabhadrasana 3. So hands can stay at heart center. Maybe you fly them out wide. And deep inhale here. Exhale, take a huge step back with control. Press down to lift up, high crescent lunge. All 10 toes facing forward. We take a deep inhale. Exhale to arrive. Final inhale here. On your exhale, we're peeling open to our warrior 2, softening through the shoulders, gazing down that front middle finger. Together we flip that front palm, reach forward, exhale, reverse. Cracking open through the side of the body, we take a big breath together here. Inhale. Exhale, come back to that warrior 2. Flip the palms, find that softness in the arms. And this time the invitation to close down the eyes as we take those lifts. So inhale, we lift and lengthen. Exhale to release. Inhale, we lift and lengthen. Exhale to release. Final time we lift and lengthen. And then exhale to release. Flipping those palms back around. This time extend that left leg even. Heel toe, right foot in ever so slightly. Reach forward with the left hand, tilt. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Dialing the chest high towards the sky, gazing towards those lifted fingertips. Deep inhale here. Exhale, gaze down towards those left toes. Deep bend in the left knee as you reach forward. Pop up into that half moon. So reaching for a block or the earth, whatever feels most appropriate for you. Flex that lifted foot. Maybe you want to play with the bind here, catching right hand to right foot. Kicking the foot into the hand, opening through the chest. Deep inhale here. Exhale, release the bind with control. We're tucking that right knee behind the left, coming into our seated cross-legged position. So pressing down into that left toe this time, left hand on the earth. Inhale, we lift and lengthen, grow a little taller. And then exhale, hug or hook to twist. So once again, we're rotating through the center of the spine, gazing towards those fingertips towards the back of the space. Allowing the gaze to softly follow, not straining the neck here. On your next exhale, release, counter twist, decompress the spine, hands on the earth. And then we're going to unravel ourselves. So that left foot sweeps all the way around, coming to the long edge of your mat. Once again, I'm just going to swizzle around this time so you can see me and not have to look at my back. Right foot to the center line of the body. Externally rotate that left thigh, flexing toes towards the face. And I find it really helpful to use my left forearm and elbow inside that left thigh, even lift the right arm high. And then exhale, take that side stretch. And don't worry about catching the toes. We're more concentrated on opening the sides of the body. Deep inhale here. Exhale, we rise. Fan those hands around to frame that front foot. We're going to extend that right leg high to the sky, three-legged dog. And then right knee to the back of the right wrist. Gently place that calf down, shuffling left toes towards the back of the mat. We're coming into our pigeon. So inhale, we lift, we lengthen. And then exhale, forward fold. So maybe forearms to the earth if you would like that Sphinx variation. Or maybe you just want to let the head hang heavy. So selecting whatever option, whatever choice suits your body best. And we're nearing the end of this short practice. We've done some nice standing balances. We've done some work into those hips. So we're going to use this last moment or so as an opportunity to be a little bit kinder to ourselves, to soften that a little bit further. Final inhale. Exhale, pad the hands towards the body. We're sitting down onto that right glute. Sweep the left leg all the way around. Roll over the knees. Step, jump, float back. Move through your variation of your vinyasa. Our last downward facing together. We take 3 clearing breaths here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhaling through the nose. And then exhaling through the mouth. Final breath here. On your exhale, gaze forward. End of the exhale, step, jump, float to the top of your mat. Come to a seated position. We're going to take one hand to each knee. Press down to lift up and open the chest. And then exhale, roll yourself all the way down to lie on your back. When you get there, just windshield wipe those knees from side to side. Catch hold of opposite elbows on the floor behind your head. And then we're going to close our practice with a supine twist. So squeezing right knee in towards the chest. Left leg goes out long. Again, some little circles into that right ankle. On your next exhale, right knee draws over to the left-hand side. Shuffle the left hip underneath the body. Rotate through the center of the spine. And you can have a little wiggle around here, ensure both shoulder blades are softening into the earth. Final inhale. Exhale, untangle those legs, draw them back to center. Maybe a little wiggle of those hips, just reset. And then coming onto the left-hand side, squeeze left knee up and in towards the armpit, right leg goes out long. Little hug, little wiggle of that left knee, of the left ankle. And then draw that left knee over to the right-hand side, shuffle the right hip underneath the body. Maybe you want to cross the legs. Maybe you want to intensify that twist ever so slightly. Once again, listening to exactly what your body needs today. Eventually coming all the way back to center, untangle those legs. Give those hips one final little wiggle from side to side, and then let the legs go long down your mat. Palms facing up towards the sky. Allowing your body to be supported by the unmoving ground beneath you. Allow yourself to be heavy, to be soft, and to be still. Arriving in our closing relaxation now, our Shavasana. And you can either pause me here and continue that closing relaxation as long as you need. Or if you're coming with me, we're going to take 3 more deep clearing breaths. Final inhale. Exhale. Beginning to wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, bringing some awareness, some life back into the body. Eventually, we let that movement grow. Circle the ankles, circle those wrists. And then extend the fingertips all the way above the head. Take a full body stretch. Before we tuck those knees in towards our chest, wrap our arms around, give ourselves a really nice big hug, maybe rocking a little from side to side. And then hands behind the thighs. We're just going to take a few rock and rolls up and down our mat just to massage the back body, bringing some energy back up and into the body. Eventually, we meet in a seated cross-legged position, moving the squishy parts of the bottom so we can root down through the sit bones. Crown of the head reaching nice and tall, and we've landed in that position where we started. Closing our practice with one final clearing and collective breath. We're going to inhale, rise those arms high towards the sky. Lightly touch the palms, and then exhale, draw everything down to Anjali Mudra, hands to heart center. Thanking your body, your breath, for everything it's done for you today and everything it does for you every day. Coming back to that intention, whatever it is that you set. Thumbs to third eye, bow chin towards the chest, always in gratitude and always in peace. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time.